Bird of the day and phrase of the day also.
Are we good to go, Sharad?
Yes, yes. This one is
You
Morning.
can
Yeah. I'm not able to see the audience.
give me a moment to
You only have one camera, is it?
yes.
Okay, no worries. I'll just start like that. Okay. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I'm Harsh, and I'll be acting as the Sergeant of Arms for today's meeting. I welcome you all to the 461st meeting of Eloquent Toastmasters Club. As a Toastmaster Club, we have an MRP for our meetings, which is mission, rules, and passion. Coming to the mission of our club, it is to provide supportive and positive environment so that people can improve themselves and have a learning environment. The idea is for people to be able to develop their communication skills and public speaking skills, plus to have them work on their leadership skills, which would eventually result in greater self-confidence and personal growth. That's the mission of our club. To support that mission, we have 3 rules. The first is to turn off your phones or put them in silent mode. So for that, I'll give you 30 seconds, and I'll request to either put your phones on silent or turn them off altogether. Okay, while you do that, I'll talk about the second rule of the meeting, which is as Toastmasters, we do not talk about sex, religion, and politics in a derogatory manner. So please avoid talking in a derogatory manner if you're talking about these topics, or avoid them altogether. The third rule is please avoid cross-talking. So for people attending this meeting in person, please do not cross-talk. For people who are attending virtually, when you're not speaking and when you're attending the meeting, please have your cameras on. It helps with the engagement. And when you are moving out of the meeting, please put the cameras off so that it is not distracting for the audience or the speaker. With that, I'll come to the third point of MRP, which is passion. And I very proudly say this, that our club is 4-time President Distinguished Club, which is a high honor for a Toastmaster club. And that is all because of the hard work of the EC members that have taken the roles over the years, and the members of the club who have participated in the meetings, keeping the enthusiasm high. With that, I'd like to share the guests that we have today. So I'm not able to identify guests from in-person meeting.
Remember to the presiding officer.
I'll do that. Yeah. Okay. I'll hand over the stage to presiding officer, Master Sharad. The stage is all yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Harsh. Today, we have a 461 meeting with us, and we have some guests as well. So, I would like to just quickly introduce the guest with us. Vineet, can you please turn on your video and introduce yourself quickly in about 1 minute? So, Vineet, you are on mute. If you can unmute yourself.
Sure, am I audible now?
Yes, yes, perfect.
Okay, hi everyone, this is Vineet. I have attended a few Toastmaster session in the past, and I intend to enroll for Toastmasters membership now. Yeah, so that's all from my side.
Thank you so much, Vineet.
Thank you.
We have some in-person guests today as well. Would you like to come? Next time, nervous. Okay, no worries. Just give your name so that everybody can.
My name is Saurabh.
Yeah. From where you are?
Basically, I am from Delhi, and right now I'm doing BCA from JK Business School, and apart from this, I'm doing internship at Secure Strike, where I'm learn how to hack and all about the cyber security. That's it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
With this, we have a very special Toastmaster of the day, a debutant Toastmaster of the day, and it's special because whenever we do first time in the things, it's special. Whether it's a first friendship, first icebreaker, or a first meetup, so it's always be special. So today's theme is Beyond Temporary Smiles, and is taken by the none other than our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Arjun. I would like to give you a big round of applause to Toastmaster Arjun. Thank you, Trevor. Thanks.
लोग कहते हैं कि मुझे आदत है मुस्कुराने की लोग कहते हैं कि मुझे आदत है मुस्कुराने की People say that I have this habit of keep smiling all the time. पर वो क्या जाने कि यह भी एक अदा है गम छुपाने की They do not know that this is an art by which I hide my pains. Good morning, cheerful Toastmasters, fellow guests, Saurav, Vineet, and all the Toastmasters attending the meeting online. A very good morning to all of you. They say that smile a lot, it costs nothing. A smile could speak 1,000 words. In fact, which 1,000 words cannot speak. Smile has that potency to speak. There could be different kinds of smile. A genuine smile, a killer smile, artificial smile, true smile, sarcastic smile. So there could be different varieties of smiles. Let me see today, which smile are you wearing on your face? Bhavna is telling that I won't smile, but how much ever you tell me. And Harsh has a beaming smile on his face. Same with Vishaka. Ashish doesn't want to say anything. So we are going to talk about that. You know the topic already. It is beyond. Say temporary smile. So let me ask you this question. What do you understand by this topic? Beyond temporary smiles. What are we going to speak? Over to you. Anyone?
A real happiness
Real happiness?
that comes from within.
Do you feel so? Let's see. Anybody else? Yes, Bhavesh.
I think more often than not, we smile just for the sake of it, and seldom do we smile purely from the gut. So I think in this session, the idea would be that how do we more often than not smile from the gut, and seldom, I think, just for the sake of it.
If we do not smile from our gut, is it possible to learn it in one session?
It is actually.
If we are willing?
Yeah.
Hope so. Let's see. Anybody else? What do you thing that what we are going to discuss.
Not allowing circumstances to like steal our smile.
Very good. That's usually happens that we want to smile. We want to smile when we come to speak in front of the stage, in front of audience, but because of stage fear, we are not able to. Anybody from the online audience? What do you understand by this topic? Beyond temporary smiles.
Yeah, I
Yes,
want to
Harsh.
talk about one thing. So yeah, when I read the beyond temporary smiles, so my focus was on the word temporary, and I feel that it's about being happy all the time. It's not about like you are happy when circumstances are good and you are sad when circumstances are not in your favor. So finding that inner joy, irrespective of how the external circumstances are, is about going from that temporary smile to more of a permanent joy.
Thank you. Rightly said. Easier said than done. It's easy to say that, we want to attain eternal smiles, eternal happiness, but tough to implement this into our lives. So let us try to understand the topic. Let's go reverse. Smile, temporary, beyond. Who doesn't want to smile in our life? Everybody wants a peaceful life, a life of contentment, a life which will give us true satisfaction, a life which is worth living. We want to smile all the times. When Muhammad Ali won the International Boxing Championship, when he held the trophy in his hand, he held his hand high and said, "I am the greatest." He was on the top of the world. Everyone was praising him. But towards the fag end of his life, he came to a point where Parkinson disease struck him, and he couldn't even hold a glass of water by himself. All those joys, all those admirers, they just went for a toss. He couldn't carry himself well. So yes, we want to smile in our life, but we should also understand that life throws challenges at us. And we understand, sometimes it takes a little more time to understand that it is all temporary. Now, is there anything beyond this? That we will try to discover in today's session. Before that, let me tell you the structure of today's session. The session is divided into 3 parts. Section 1 will be prepared speech. We have Harsh and Bhavesh, well prepared with their speeches, ready to compete with each other. They have shot themselves in front of video camera hundreds of times, and let's see who will win the battle of speech. After the prepared speech session, the second session will be the table topic session, where no more video recordings, no more prepared speeches. You have to come here, think on your feet. And Vidushi is all prepared, not Vidushi, now change to Sharad. Sharad is all prepared with toughest topic today. He will challenge you. Let's see who grabbed the opportunity, come here and start delivering a speech, which we have not prepared, we have not thought about. We just have to put our thoughts together, articulate it, and present it to the audience. This is not the end. We have given our prepared speeches, we have spoken, thinking on our feet, and then there will be evaluation section, where Vidushi is all set to evaluate all of us. And the role of the evaluator is the most empowered role, because she is not alone. She has an army of team with her, who would be sitting there with wide open eyes, looking at our every single mistake, jotting it down, and then presenting it. So before we go further, let me invite Ms. General Evaluator on stage to introduce herself and her team.
That was a great introduction, actually. I myself feel very empowered now. So hi everyone, good afternoon. I will be the general evaluator and I will be evaluating the meeting in general. And as Toastmaster Arjun mentioned, I have a team with me, which is the tag team. So I would like to invite everyone to share their introduction and talk about their role. So starting with Kramenika, since she's sitting right next to me, she will be the accountant today. So over to you, Toastmaster Kramenika, which can you? Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. Today I'm playing the role of accountant. So think about that. You are driving on a smooth road and enjoying the journey. When suddenly traffic jams, the car stops, you lose the momentum, and the ride becomes very frustrating. This is similar happens when you are delivering a speech and you use filler words. Filler words could be like, I think. They can distract the audience and you may sound unprepared or unsure about the information. So while delivering your speech, try to avoid using filler words and try to take pauses whenever required. So at the end of the meeting, I'll submit my report. Thanks. All the best for your speeches. Thank you, Toastmaster Kamenka, for your introduction. Moving to grammarian. So our grammarian for today is guest Himanshu. So over to you, guest Himanshu.
Toastmaster.
Hmm?
Toastmaster.
Okay, sorry. Toastmaster Himanshu, over to you.
Vivanshu.
Vivanshu.
Thank you. So hi everybody. So now I got one of the toughest role I can say because it is about grammarian, and I will notice all of you whatever good or bad word you are using, and at the end of this session, I will share my report. So today I also need to share one word of the day which you can write down, and I will also share in the group. So the word of the day will be astute, which have the meaning of having sharp judgment.
Come again.
Having sharp judgment. Astute.
Astute.
It's astute. Actually, I short the pronunciation.
ASTUT.
Yeah, ASTUT. TUT.
Phrase.
And the phrase will be hit the running hit the running ground. This means to start something with great energy and enthusiasm.
Hit the running ground.
Hit the running ground. This means to start something with great energy.
Hit the ground running.
Hit the ground running. Sorry. I'm reading incorrectly. All right, thank you.
Thank you. And I still didn't get your name. Vivanshu, right?
Vibhanshu.
So what's the meaning of Vivanshu?
The person who spreads light, the source of light, you can say.
Thank you, Vivanshu, for throwing light and with the start of our meeting. So moving to the next role player, which is our timer, which is Toastmaster Bhavna. Over to you, Toastmaster.
So we all know time is important, time is money. So let me just give you a quick story. So yesterday while driving back to my home, I was waiting at signal to turn it green. So there were two type of people I noticed. One was me, who was waiting at the red light and was just noticing the countdown. There was another person right next to me who was just engrossed with her activity on his phone, and he was not at all bothered whether the light has turned green or not. So what I noticed there that we as a speaker, so there are two aspects to those two personalities. These are two types of speaker basically. So one who is waiting, who is at the stage, looking at the timer report, looking at the people, and just rushing to leave the stage. And there is another person who is just engrossed with his speech, his or her speech, that he forgets the time. So for that, I am here to be that traffic signal. I'll be showcasing the timer report, timer flags. But for prepared speeches, we have 5 to 7 minutes of timing, 5 being the lowest and 7 being the highest. At 5 minutes, I'll be showing you the green flag. At 6 minutes, there will be a yellow flag, and at 7 minutes, there will be a red flag. Now, for table topics, we have the timing of 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, we'll be showing you the red flag, 1.5 yellow flag, and then at 2 minutes, there will be a red flag. But this is not it. Today, I had back-to-back meetings since morning. I have back-to-back meetings after this meeting also. I thought I'll be able to manage that, but I could not. That's why I showed up here a bit late. I thought that I could have managed it very well by keeping some grace period for me. So that is the reason that we should be having some grace period. And for you all, since I could not do that today, but I'll keep that note for upcoming meetings. But for today, you all will be having grace period of 30 seconds. I will show the red flag at 7 minute or 2 minute for IS for speeches and table topics, but red flag will be turned up for next 30 seconds as well, or till the time you do not stop speaking. This is it from my end. Thank you. And I'll show my report once that is finished.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhavna. That was a great introduction with a great analogy, I would say. So thank you, everyone. That was my tag team, and we will share our report once called upon during the evaluation section. So now I'll hand back to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Arjun. Hit the ground running.
Thank you, Pradarshi. Thank you. Thank you, Pradarshi. Imagine if you meet a genie, and genie is ready to fulfill all of your desires. But genie, that's not a super genie. It has got some limitations. It can only fulfill your practical desire. If you say that I want moon in my hand, it's not going. If you say that I want to become the president of the United States, he'll say not possible. So he is a practical genie. He will fulfill your practical desires, the things which you are struggling with. It can fulfill. So if you meet the genie, my question to you, what will you ask? Yes, Sharad.
Wisdom.
Wisdom? Good. I want each of you to answer this. It's not a tough question.
Or should I have 3 choices like that?
Only one. Any one wish, it will fulfill. You might be going through some challenge in life, or might not be getting along with somebody. Genie could fix that. It could be a practical desire which you're struggling with, it will fulfill. What would it be? Yes, Bhavesh.
A healthy life for my parents.
Healthy life for your parents. A very noble desire, I would say. Thank you for sharing that. That you ask something for your parents, not for yourself.
Harsh want to say?
Yes, Harsh.
My first thought was financial freedom, but when Bhavesh talked about health, so yeah, that also came to my mind. But yeah, my first thought was financial freedom.
Financial freedom. Okay, that's a good one to ask for. And I think Genie would be capable of handing this desire to you.
To bring some lightness. Cricket match is going on. As a cricket fan, I would love India to win the challenge.
All right, Ashish has a national desire, not a personal, a social or intellectual, but a national desire, which every single Indian would be proud of. So it's the desire we shared by a lot of Indians. Jean will be more than happy to award you this.
I would choose money because money is all 90% of the problem of the life.
Okay, Dominica wants money and she feels that if she has money, she doesn't need anything else. Vishakha is all set to share her desire.
I would say good mental health.
Good mental health. Very good.
But my first thought was to ask for more wishes.
More wishes. That it's an ordinary genie.
Also, Ginny, to give me your powers.
Okay, that's the most intelligent desire, which Vidushi is trying to say, trying to ask the genie. Anybody else left out who would like to share? Now, if I ask Bhavesh that you wish for your parents' health, if your parents have a healthy life, how would you benefit? Why did you ask for this desire?
It's going to be a long answer.
It should be I give you 15 seconds to answer.
I think all my life, I have yearned for, actually, the reason I'm earning money is for them and not for myself. So and I want to just keep them healthy, fit with the help of that money. So if their health is itself taken care of, then I can actually focus on other things and on my life as well. So that was my desire.
Very good. When Vishaka told that she wants mental health, if I ask her, why did you choose mental health? What would you achieve by getting a good mental health?
Just peace of mind, I would say. Somebody mentioned how money solves most of the problems. While I agree to it to an extent, I don't fully believe in it because even with a lot of money, sometimes you're just not feeling great. And that's why I think good mental health goes above everything else.
You will get peace of mind. If I ask you, if you get peace of mind, how will it help you?
I'd be happier.
Happier, right? You'll be happier if you get peace of mind. You will be happier if your parents are healthy. You will be happier if you get a lot of money. You'll be happier if you get the powers of genie.
Would like to add something to what Vishal
Please.
was just saying. If we ask for mental health, somehow this sounds that we are asking for ourselves, but no, this is not about us only. This is about the people who are around us. If we are having a good mental health, it means we are happy and we are able to make others happy as well. If we have clarity of thoughts, it means we are making others' life easy as well.
Well said, Bhavna. It's not only increasing our happiness, but it's also giving joys to people around us. So, end of the day, everyone is looking for happiness. A person walks up the hill 300 feet high with the spring shoes on his feet and jumps down for the bungee jumping. Why is he taking so much of risk? Because that is what is giving him happiness. Person goes with a knife in his hand and stabs another person. Why? Because stabbing gives him happiness. A group of robbers, they loot the bank for happiness. A drunkard goes on a booze spree because that gives him happiness. Or a person who is just spending the whole day in meditation because that gives him happiness. So the approach could be different, but end of the day, everybody, including animals and birds, they want a happy life, smile on their faces, and happiness. So
Just want to supplement those.
please.
Reading a book of Tony Robbins, Awaken the Giant Within. And what he says is that almost all our actions are driven by A, to increase the happiness, to get joy, or to elevate or to reduce the pain. A lot of time we do actions because it's paining us inside, and we want to, like you said, kill somebody so that I transfer the pain or I'm able to address the pain which is happening inside. So I think it's very relatable to what you are mentioning. So either to kind of bring joy to us or to reduce our pain.
Exactly. When I meditate every morning, I have two worries. One is that I have to focus on the mantra I'm chanting. Second is I have to avoid the thoughts in my mind. I have to struggle with thoughts to avoid them. At the same time, I also have to focus on the mantra. So that is what every individual is trying to do. He's trying to gather happiness, be more happy, at the same time avoid pain. Because avoiding pain is equivalent to getting in touch with happiness. So we have concluded that happiness is the single commodity which everyone is aspiring for. So before we go further, delve deep into what different aspects of happiness are, we have the umbrella man ready with us. He's going to open his umbrella and shower happiness on all of us. Now, is it going to be a magical umbrella which he is going to talk about? Or is it he encountered a person with an umbrella who helped him? So before inviting him here, I would like to invite his evaluator, I think Vishaka, to please introduce him and his speech.
Just one moment. Hi, everyone. Am I audible?
Very much.
Yes. Harsh today is giving this speech for the second time, and his pathway is visionary communication. And this is the fourth project that he's giving within this pathway with the purpose of applying speech evaluation and feedback. And this is a speech that Harsh gave 2 weeks ago, and he's going to be repeating this today. Really looking forward to listening to you, Harsh. The speech title is The Umbrella Man, Toastmaster Harsh, and Toastmaster Harsh, the Umbrella Man.
Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are.
I'll start with this. Imagine a lush green campus, well-maintained roads, and a peaceful atmosphere. But the roads are empty. Why? Because it's raining cats and dogs. Amidst this downpour, there's one person walking confidently. No umbrella, no raincoat, water dripping down his face. Fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests, that person was me back in college. I don't really remember where I was going to that day, but I remember one thing very clearly from that. As I was about to turn a corner, I was unconsciously overtaking someone. And as I was about to pass them, they did something weird. They extended their umbrella, offering to share it. And what did I do? I said, "Thank you, I'm okay." And I kept walking, drenched to wherever I was going. When I reflect on this incident from my college life, I think it is not just about the rain and the umbrella man, but it is about how I see myself. And I see myself as a person who has always taken pride in doing things on their own. I like to take things on my own, and I take pride in doing things myself, not asking for help, being able to solve things on my own in an independent manner. And that's why I rarely seek help. And I think that attitude had somehow become a part of my nature. And that is probably why that day, when any sensible person would have accepted that act of kindness, I somehow denied, and I was walking drenched in that rain. And this attitude of not accepting the umbrella, or per se a help or act of kindness, is not just limited to the rain, but it enters to the entire life of myself. With this, I would like to talk about an incident that has happened recently in my office. Few weeks back, it was one of the busiest week I have ever had in my work life. I was occupied with a full-time project, multiple additional responsibilities. I was stretched too thin, and I was very, very overwhelmed. Amidst this overwhelming week, amidst this chaos, my manager reached out to me, following up on a task that I had not completed. But somehow, instead of scolding, she asked, "Do you need help?" And this was over Teams. I started typing, "No, I am good. I will get the thing done by end of the day." But just before I hit enter, something changed. I took a deep breath and I thought to myself, "Dude, you are overwhelmed. There is no way you can get it done by end of the day. And there is no shame in asking for help." And with that thought, I deleted that message and instead I replied, yes, it would be really great if someone could assist. Just like that, just like that, my burden lightened, the task got done faster, and surprisingly, nobody thought any less of me. With that incident, I want you to focus on one thing, that in life, we often hesitate to ask for help, thinking that it would make us look weak. But on the contrary, it shows strength. It shows that we value productivity, we value efficiency, we value growth over protecting our egos, our fragile egos. No one thrives alone. We as humans grow with the support of others and our environment. In my journey that we call life, I have begun to understand the importance of not just accepting help, but also allowing people in, though it took a lot of exhaustion and luckily a helpful manager that was very supportive. So today, I want to share this message with you and I want you to take it back. Let's be open to receiving help. Not only because it makes our life easier, gets things done faster, but also because it allows the other person to experience the joy of giving, one of the greatest joys in life. So, next time, if someone offers you an umbrella, instead of walking away, take a step closer. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Harsh, for this enlightening speech. As you rightly said, that it is just our sheer ego which prohibits us from asking help from others. And if asked, nobody is going to deny, but it's just in our mind, it's just our ego which doesn't allow us to speak to people or ask help from them. So moving forward to our theme, today's theme, let me ask you one more question, a simple question. What, according to you, is happiness? What is the definition of happiness? What is happiness?
Helping others.
Helping others is happiness for you? Good.
If I am at peace with myself, if I am content, that is happiness too.
If you are at peace with yourself, you are contented, and that is the definition of happiness for you. Good, Vedoshi. I want the rest of you also to participate so that we build the theme of the meeting and it'll also help me to be more comfortable.
I think happiness changes with the time and situation. Like sometimes having a gossip with friends makes anyone happy, and sometimes a peaceful mind makes someone happy, and sometimes do what you want to do and achieve it makes a man happy. So it's depend on situation, which situation you are, and happiness defined accordingly. And happiness, according to me, is one thing which comes from inside. It cannot be like done or can be buy.
Okay, Shalid has a good point. For him, happiness is something which comes from inside, and it is situational. It cannot be pinpointed. It is situational. We encounter it as we move forward in our life. Anybody else?
I believe that it is a state of mind because if we are thinking positive, if we are having like good thoughts in our mind, we start feeling good, and it's also connected with our emotions and desires. So yeah, these things also matters like our imagination and all.
The state of mind, and it is within us. A very good point.
So I see happiness as temporary and permanent. This is my perspective. So temporary is something, let's go for a cup of coffee. Till the time that cup of coffee is there and I'm sipping that coffee, I'm good. I feel happy. but what after that? So that's, for example, as Toastmaster Sharad said, gossiping with friend, though I am not really into it, but still, people who gossips, so they find temporary happiness there. So instead of though we get those kind of temporary happiness, for example, we get appreciated by our boss. This is a temporary happiness. What if we don't do any certain task and we get scolded by the boss again? So for me, temporary happiness could be there, but permanent happiness, which I am more inclined towards, is that I can be at peace. Means whatever I have, I should be happy with that. Not I should be, but I am happy with that. So this is what I see as real happiness.
Okay, Bhavna added a good flavor to this, and she talks about temporary happiness, a permanent happiness. So long she has coffee is in front of her, she feels happy. Once the coffee is over, she doesn't feel any more happy. It's like you might like sweet ball, gulab jamun, right? That's your favorite sweet. And you take first gulab jamun, you feel happy. You eat second gulab jamun, you feel happier. You take third gulab jamun, you feel happiest. You take fourth, happiness decreases.
Then get
Fifth, decreases. Sixth, you throw up everything. Right? So this is what it is. Ashish wants to add something.
Yeah, I think this is more closer to what Sharad was saying as well, that is relative, and I personally think we define the benchmark ourselves, that when that benchmark is achieved, we become happy. And just to give you one of the things of late, I realized that how less we celebrate nowadays, and there is so much to celebrate. Yeah, when was the last I threw a party? When was the last our presiding officer Sharad threw a party? We just do not celebrate. So much good things are happening, but we do not celebrate and allow ourselves to feel happy around it. Even if that happiness it's a fleeting smile, etc., which kind of goes away. We celebrate so less. And to give you a counter example, my son of late, like last week, would have celebrated thrice. He scored X number of marks. They said, today I need party. So he would have partied at least 3 times in the last 1 week. So I think as a kid, we used to do that much more often. But as we become older, I think that's come down. So to me, it's a benchmark, and where we set it, and perhaps at times we set it too high for celebration, for partying. And I would urge our presiding officer to give more party.
100% agree with Ashish. And looking forward for the parties which Sharad will throw. I heard that you threw a party which I was not part of because I hadn't joined the club back then. So Ashish says that happiness is something which we keep chasing and we never catch it. It's like if you sit on a horse, or let's say donkey. If you sit on a donkey with a stick and a grass tied to the end of the stick, and the donkey is moving, and you have the stick with the grass. Donkey is also moving, the grass is also moving, and donkey thinks that next moment I'll catch hold of the grass and eat it. But he doesn't know that as he moves, you are sitting on the donkey, the grass also moves. So happiness is also, we think, if I have this, if I attain this, I'll be happy. Now I'm not settled, if I settle, I'll be happy. Now I'm a bachelor, if I get a beautiful girl, I get married, I'll be happy. No, when I have kids, I'll be happy. So this chase never ends. Once there was a painting competition. All the renowned painters of the country, in fact of the world, were invited. Everyone was seated with their canvas and paints and brush and colors. The organizer comes up on the stage and he announces a topic. The topic was, which they had to paint and draw on the canvas. The topic was, guess, happiness. So one person started drawing a beautiful river flowing by, the ripples on the water, the clear sky and the scattered clouds, and the rainbow showing up, birds flying by. and the sun is rising. That was his depiction of happiness. The second painter started painting a garden filled with children, shouting and yelling and playing and jumping up and down. And the parents, they're sitting at the corner of the garden, enjoying the show, enjoying looking at their children. The third person painted a family get together. The couple had thrown a party, like Sharad will throw in future. They had invited everybody, all of their relatives were there, their parents, their sons, their grandsons. 4 generations of people were invited. They're having a good talk, they're smiling at each other, having a good laugh, sitting around a table, having a meal together. Finally, the results were announced. And the picture which got the award had this depicted on the canvas. A cloudy sky, black clouds everywhere, water gushing down the mountain, scattered rooftops, scattered houses, broken trees, uprooted trees, as if a hurricane just passed over. There was a branch of tree which has broken down and fell on the ground. There was a nest, a broken nest of a bird. On that nest, a few couple of baby birds were sitting, and the mother bird was trying to feed insect to those baby birds. And they seemed completely satisfied, satiated, contented, entirely oblivious of what has happened. A big hurricane passed over. This painting won the best prize. So happiness is not that we are in the midst of all good things. We have best of the people around us. I have got best of the job. Everything is going well. And this is what making me happy. Happiness is at the time of reversal, adversities, low times, tough times. If I'm able to carry myself well with the situation, if I'm getting undisturbed with whatever is happening to me, do I see myself truly satisfied and contented in the midst of the greatest of difficulties? Then I would call myself a truly happy person. So before we move ahead, we have our next speaker who is going to speak of an unbelievable story. I have no idea what that story will be, but if it's an unbelievable story, let's wait and watch what beans he's going to spill on over here. Before that, I would like to invite his evaluator, Ashish, on stage to introduce himself.
Thanks so much, TMOD Toastmaster Arjun. Today happens to be Share a Smile Day. And what a day to have this theme coming up from Toastmaster Arjun. Really, really excited. And the next up is coming another exciting session, wherein Toastmaster Bhavesh is going to attempt the 4th speech of his level 1 of Pathway Effective Coaching. And the purpose of his project is to carefully apply the feedback that he has received in his previous speech into his next speech and present a speech to all of us. Looking forward to this amazing speech, Toastmaster Bhavesh. Wish you all the very best. I would now hand over the stage back to Toastmaster.
Thank you, Ashish. Toastmaster Bhavesh, an unbelievable story. An unbelievable story, Toastmaster Bhavesh. All the best. Thank you so much.
TMOD was relieved that the title of my speech only had 3 words. But my friends, what makes this story unbelievable? June 2023, I fly down to Jeddah, Saudi Arabia to attend the wedding of my friend Ibrahim Khan and his union with his fiancée Elizabeth Joseph. Now, Ibrahim lives in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, but is actually from India. He practices Islam as his religion. Elizabeth, on the other hand, is from Barcelona and she practices Christianity as a religion. Ibrahim has his mother who was a Hindu but was married to a Muslim, so of course converted. And in this entire wedding, I was the sole Hindu. So naturally, I couldn't do anything but to feel different. I tried to blend in. I tried to blend in by saying words like Mashallah, Inshallah, Assalamu alaikum, or on the other hand, Jesus Mary Christ. But that didn't help. The ex-Hindu, who was the only person present in the meeting, was actually Ibrahim's mother, and she had to actually make a ritual happen in the wedding, and that particular ritual was hiding groom shoes. Long story short, Ibrahim and Elizabeth had met at a conference in Dubai, UAE. They saw each other, they were smitten by each other, they fell in love, blah, blah, blah. You know how their ship sails. But now, cut to the wedding. As I mentioned, Ibrahim's mother wanted one Hindu ritual that should take place in the wedding. And naturally, me being the sole Hindu in the wedding, she turns to me and she's like, Bhavesh. I'm like, yeah, you are my guy. I'm like, not really, but it's all right. The bridesmaids have been briefed. They know that if they will be successful in stealing the shoes, they get a huge ransom amount. So naturally, they are charged. And as the groomsman, it is my imperative duty to protect the shoes. Ibrahim comes up to me and says, Bhavesh, I say, yeah, you are my guy. I'm like, not really, but it's all right. You have to protect my shoes. I'm like, yeah. Do anything, but do not give these shoes to anybody. Do this as a mission. A quick fact about me. Whenever I am given a mission, I take it very seriously. He's like, Bhavesh, do not give these shoes to anybody. I'm like, yeah. Do you accept the mission? I'm like, yeah, I accept the mission. The wedding starts. Ibrahim is going for the wedding. He takes off his shoes. I swoop in, collect the shoes, and now I am seated at the front row. The shoes in my hands. The leader of the bridesmaids, she walks up to me and smiles. Guys in the house, have you ever been in a situation where your girlfriend or your wife has come up to you and smiled and you felt scared? I call this person as an ominous smiler. She came up to me and said, Bhavesh, I'm like, yeah, you're looking very handsome today. I'm like, thank you. Will you be giving me the shoes? I'm like, no. Why? Ibrahim, my friend, has asked me to not give these shoes to anybody. And whenever I am given this mission, I take it very seriously. The look in that ominous smiler's eyes, ladies and gentlemen, I should tell you, that kind of made me feel that I ruined India and Barcelona's relations. I'm seated at the front row. She comes closer to me and says, we can do this the easy way or we can do this the hard way. I'm seated. She tried to pull the shoes out of my hand. She pulled, I stay firm. Disappointed by her first attempt, she disappeared for 20 minutes, comes back later, sits right next to me and says, and I quote, Bhavesh, I accept my defeat. You win. Let go of your worry. I'll not be stealing the shoes. Do I look like a fool to you? But she doesn't move. Ibrahim comes up to me and says, Bhavesh. I'm like, yeah. I have known you long enough. Like, yeah. You have protected my shoes. I'm like, yeah. He's like, thank you so much. I'm like, it's all right. Now give me my shoes back. I say, no. You gave me the mission to not give these shoes to anybody. And whenever I am given a mission, I take it seriously. In the middle of this heated argument, the ominous smiler, she again tried to pull me. I pull back, I stay firm. At the spur of a moment, I found that Ibrahim is joining her. It's now 2-on-1. They pull, I stay firm. The ominous smiler is now approaching the rest of the bridesmaids. It's now 5 versus 1, ladies and gentlemen. They pull, I stay firm. Ibrahim is now calling out for the other groomsmen. I'm like, yeah, finally I'll have some help from my guys. They are coming and they join these people. It's now 9-on-1, ladies and gentlemen. They pull, I stay firm. The very next moment, I found that the ominous smiler hit on my knee. I'm on my ground. They pull, I stay. I lost my shoes. The bridesmaids got a huge ransom, which was 10 times worth the original price of the shoes. But what is so unbelievable about this story? It's not the game, it's not the shoes, it's not the events which had happened. It's basically the context behind the game. The ex-Hindu woman, my friend's mother, she wanted to have this ritual so that the brides and the groom's family can get to know each other. And naturally, the sole Hindu guy in the wedding full of Christians and Muslims in the middle of Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, is now finally being accepted. I wasn't feeling lonely anymore. We live in a cynical society nowadays where we think that acceptances despite differences is impossible, but there are some people who believe in that. Do you? It's our mission now that we should be open to different people's cultures. We should open our hearts, love them, and accept, and should make them feel possible that acceptances despite differences is possible. This is our mission, and let's take it seriously. Over to you, Dimon.
Thank you very much, Haresh. What a dramatic story he narrated. At least I felt that I'm there in Saudi Arabia attending the wedding, and in the midst of those two teams who are fighting for getting the shoes. So coming back to our theme, one thing which stops us from achieving happiness or to truly enjoy ourselves is, any guesses? What stops us to enjoy what we want to enjoy?
Our desires.
Desires, worries, anything else? I want happiness. I want to remain jolly, but something which is stopping me. Mindset. Once there was a pot maker. He used to make pots and sell it in the market. That single day, he had one single pot. He just laid the cloth, put his mud pot on it, and started selling it. While he was sitting there and trying to sell this, he started imagining and dreaming. He dreamt that now I have one pot. The customer will come soon and purchase it, and I'll make a decent profit. And with that profit, I will purchase one more pot. Then I'll have 2 pots. I will go sell those 2 pots. I'll have more. Finally, by end of the year, I will start a pot factory. I'm no more a person on street. I'm no more a hawker. I will have a factory of my own. And gradually I'll start franchising it. I'll have my factories in other cities. I'll be known as the great pot maker who used to sell pots on streets, and now he's one of the richest person of the world. And then why would I stick to one business? Because I'll have money, I'll have influence. I will venture out into other businesses. And my influence will go outside of the country. Once I'm famous and well known, then I would like to have the most beautiful girl as my wife. And why would they not marry me? After all, I'm the smart guy, the richest potter, and the the big businessman. So we will get married. We'll spend time together. We'll go out, watch movies. We'll go to the restaurant. And when we come back, we'll have time in solitude. We'll talk to each other. But after all, she's my wife. I'm the richest man. And if I say something, she has to obey it. But what if she doesn't obey sometimes? If she doesn't obey me, I will just kick her. And while he was thinking that I'll kick her, he just kicked hard. And the single mud pot he had, it broke. And all his dreams and aspirations and plans went for the toss. So the moral of this story is, we do daydreaming. We dream of getting happiness in future. APJ Abdul Kalam used to say, dreams are not those that we see when we are asleep, but dreams are the one which doesn't let us sleep. They keep us awake. They keep us working all the time. So happiness is, if you want to achieve happiness, you have to come to action. We have to act. We cannot be daydreaming. Dreams don't bring happiness. The actions that we take to pursue those dreams, they bring happiness. So this completes the section 1. Now there will be section 2, which is the toast table topic section. And all of you are ready to come and deliver a speech without preparation. So I invite Vidushi to, okay, the roles got, I invite Sharath. Sharath is all ready with his topics, and all the best, Sharath.
Thank you. So, hi everyone. Now we are in the second section of the meeting, where I am the table topic master. Will give you a topic in which you have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes with the 30 seconds on the grace side. And I encourage everyone to participate in this, because this is the one place where you can get rid of your shyness, fear, anxiety of public speaking. So before going with the guest, I would like any volunteers, experienced Toastmasters who can come and showcase. Yeah, Toastmaster Ashish. Have you heard movie Pursuit of Happiness?
Is this the topic or a question?
No, it's a question.
Yes, sir.
So, what's your story of Pursuit of Happiness? Toastmaster Ashish, what's your story for Pursuit of Happiness?
Happiness. How simple a topic it is, isn't it? We achieve it just like this. We know how to. But I guess I wish that was the reality. Today, I want to share with you a story that I read recently. And this story is about an experiment that was done. 2 set of people were asked to make the pot. And the direction to them was, you make the best pot, you'll get a prize and you all will be happy. And one set of group was told that you have to make the perfect pot. There should not be any fault in it. And the second set of group was told, you make as many pots as possible. And both groups went on to the work. They did their level best. The first one was trying to craft it beautifully. They designed it on a paper. Then they started making it. And every time when something went wrong, they stopped themselves. They constructed it again. And finally, after a while, they ended up with what they felt was a perfect pot. And the second group, they were not bothered. They have to just go for the numbers. They created as many pots as they could in their allotted time. Any guesses which of the group would have had the best pot? Group 2? Absolutely right. And this tells us the story of happiness. Happiness is not about chasing perfection, but happiness lies in action. this learning, Toastmasters, let's apply it to our life. Let's not chase for that perfect speech which we will deliver over here. But whatever you have, bring it and dazzle the audience. Back to you, Taylor.
That was a brilliant attempt to the topic, and I think that is a very good starting and conclusion, and narrate a very beautiful story as well. So, with this, who wanna go next? Anyone from virtual audience?
I can go with nobody volunteer.
Yeah, Bhavish. What would you say? It's okay to be happy with materialistic things. Toastmaster Bhavesh. What would you say? It's okay to be happy with the materialistic thing.
It's okay to be happy with the materialistic things. Happiness is a myth. Who all agree with me? I've always found myself been in this situation that I have to keep myself reminding that Havish, you're not stupid enough to be happy. You can't be happy, right? There's always a pursuit of happiness. You have to pursue anticipation with your bated heart. Happiness will come. Happiness will come. I'll be ecstatic. I'll be blissful. I'll be Sadhguru. That does not happen. But why are you asking yourself this question? Or why are you questioning yourself that you are stupid enough to be happy? The materialistic desires which we all have, do you think that they're going to end someday? Some fine day you'll be achieving 4,000 crores of money, you'll have a bungalow like Antila or Mannat, or you can have the biggest franchise in your IPL team. All these material desires won't lead you anywhere, or could they? Who is the richest person on this planet at the moment? Elon Musk. Do you think he's happy?
No, I don't think so.
Then your topic is actually a contradiction to you. That's the exact point which I'm trying to make. You see, Elon Musk, he has everything he can have materialistically. He also has the inside White House connections. But is he happy? Or he's just in the pursuit of happiness? Back to you, Gideon.
Yes, Bhavesh rightly said that it's not only the materialistic thing which makes our happy. With this, I would like to go with the next who can volunteer. Anyone from, yeah, Vivanshu. Time you enjoy wasting is not wasted time. Time you enjoy wasting is not wasted time. Toastmaster Vivanshu.
Give me just few seconds. Actually, I have to think something. If I talk about my personal life, I always believe that time is money. But when it comes to sleep, I sleep like a king. And I'm saying this because my whole productivity matters a lot for me. And I believe that sleep always plays a big role in our life, whatever we are doing, whatever we are remembering. So, like, for me, I'm a salesperson, so I always want to be creative in my workplace. So I doesn't care sometimes I'm sleeping around 10 hours. So this is my habit. Beside that, like there are other hobbies where I like to spend time. For most of the people, it is like wasting a time. So sometimes I read, not sometimes, actually regularly I'm reading something so that I can train my memory and I can get some knowledge to live my life or to get a new thought process. For most of the people, it is like a waste of time. I have listened to so many other people in my office. The reading is not a good thing. It is not going, you're not going anywhere. But at the end, I am happy. At the end, I am happy because I know that I am able to use my time where I want to use. So I believe that wasting time for somebody else's perspective, it may be a waste of time, but it's all about our priorities. If you want to sleep 10 hours, that's okay, sleep it. Because I have seen billionaires, they also sleep 10 hours. Not every billionaires, but there are many people in the world, they sleep 10 hours. There are many people in the world, they also like to waste time in different things. They are still rich and they are still living a satisfied life. So in everyone's perspective, they have different priorities in life. And for me, yes, for me, what my priorities are, I always like, and what other people's priorities are, I always appreciate that. That's all. Thank you.
Yes, Subhanshu said rightly, like what we are seeing as a wastage of time, maybe it's utilizing our time and somebody else is seeing in other way. With this, I would like to ask any virtual audience can come. Amit, would you like to go? Okay, Harsh. So, Toastmaster Harsh, your topic is how Toastmasters makes you happy. How Toastmasters make you happy? Toastmaster Harsh.
I joined Toastmasters last year around April. And I see many faces that have joined after me. And there are a lot of faces here who were members when I joined. How Toastmasters make me or maybe make us happy. As we were discussing in today's session, what is happiness? It is a lot of different things for different people, but it has definitely to do with contentment. And I truly believe that when in a weekend I am able to attend this 2-hour meeting, I feel content that yes, I have done something productive over weekend and I have not wasted it laying around. I believe that sense must be something that all of us would be feeling. Attending a meeting filled with positive energy, Toastmasters who bring such positive energy like Toastmaster Arjun, who was playing the TMOD for today, Toastmaster Bhavesh with an amazing speech, what an energy. Experiences like this definitely adds to our contentment and happiness. It makes us challenge to learn new things. It makes us think about things in a very different perspective. As I'm very sure that today we would have learned various perspectives around happiness just being part of this 2-hour meeting. So in a nutshell, Toastmasters bring me joy by making me open to a lot of different perspective and positive energy. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster Shah.
Thank you, Toastmaster Harsh. And I can relate with it, like anybody else can in the room, that how Toastmaster helping them in every week by growing in their communication and leadership skills. And I also would like to add it, like for Toastmaster me, now it's become a part of life. Like every Saturday, it's like something we're gonna have some nuggets of wisdom we can have in the meeting, and it's not always only the speaking. It's fun and meeting with people as well. So with this, yes, I use it on for. Toastmaster question.
Okay,
The topic
very
is-
difficult topic.
No, it's the easiest one. Happiness is something ready-made. It's come from our own action. Your thought. Happiness is not something ready-made. It's come from your own action. Toastmaster question.
Well, who doesn't like to be happy? I'm always happy with any situation you give me. Because let it be in the office or let it be in personal, but I'm lying again. In office, I'm never happy because I like it to be very perfect. Ethics, even communications over there. But still now, as growing in my work life, I've started to, just let go. Just be happy. Because what happens is your colleagues, they have their different perspectives and they're smarter also. I take life in a very positive way, and happiness is always, first priority to me. And I like to see the smiles of everyone. But, again, I cannot let it go in professional. But when it comes to personal, I'm always happy. Even I fall, I'm happy. I break my bones, I'm happy. I'm attending Toastmasters, I'm happy. I don't know whether it's ready made, but it is always in me. Even when I see people fighting, I'll be happy, but I'll stay away. I don't want to be in that mess. But I go there, I get beaten up, and I'll be like, guys, chill, happy, happy. I like to see the movies also, and I like to see only happiness over there. So happiness is always what I have. I guess I'm only filled with, happy, happy, happy. That's all.
You are the ideal person.
Happy shit.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kashyap. I think you can set as a meter for happiness. With this, who wanna go next? Any guest? Vineet, would you like to try? Or Puneet, would you go?
Yeah, sure, I can do that.
Puneet, the topic for you is moment when you felt happy because you made someone else happy. Moment when you felt happy because you made someone else happy. Toastmaster Puneet.
All right. All of us are in the pursuit of happiness, but they always say that happiness comes with kindness when you show kindness towards others. So the moment which I can remember as of now is when I helped a couple of juniors who joined recently in our team, but they were a bit motivated. I'm sorry, they were a bit demotivated because they were in the learning curve and they were not able to perform well. So I actually guided them that they have just recently joined, they are fresh graduates, and uh, all of us come with a learning curve in our office whenever we join new jobs or whenever we join our first job. We generally tend to learn things and then eventually we get better and we perform well. So I kind of guided them how to pursue their learning curve, uh, perform better. So I think that was the moment when I feel that I showed kindness towards someone. So I would encourage everyone to find moments where you can show kindness to others. And let's consider today as the day one of the rest of our lives, where we'll make sure that whenever we get any opportunity to motivate others or show kindness towards others, we'll always try to do it. Thank you.
Very well said. Like kindness and happiness. Once we are kind to people, you will feel happiness from inside. As I already shared my views with Toastmaster Arjun, like happiness is come from inside, and once you do the kindness, kind to the people, it will help you in getting happiness from your inside. Thanks for that. With this, we would go for a last one topic. And would you like to try? Okay. No worries.
Nervous, right? Please, sir, next one.
You speak from there only.
No.
No pressure.
Anybody else in the room would like to try?
I can come if I'm allowed.
Yeah, you are allowed, but if I think anybody
Yes,
else can.
yes.
Vinith, maybe we can check one.
Vinith, are you?
Or Dikshita also. Dikshita is.
Yes, Dikshita and Vinith, anyone you can come forward and have a.
Vishakha also we can work with. The people who are.
Yes.
I wrote the topics.
Vishakha, would you like to try? I think those are people not available with us. Sleeping.
She's being happy.
Yeah.
She's got the happiness. Let's feel everything.
Toastmaster Bhavna. If you create a happiness formula, what ingredients you would include? If you need to create a happiness formula, what ingredients would you include? Toastmaster Bhavna.
So I have seen people struggling a lot on daily basis. Few of my ex-team members who recently turned up to me by saying that we need your mentoring. Out of the blue, they turned up. I said, I am not your mentor. I don't do professional coaching. I don't do professional mentoring. I'm not a mindset expert. But they said, no, we are very much comfortable with you. You can do that. So the one question which I asked them that, why do you want my mentoring? What is the challenge that you are facing? One said that there is a downfall in my life. One said that I am not happy with my personal life. So I asked her, what is the meaning of downfall for you? And what is the reason that you are not happy? The reason for her, the explanation of downfall for her is my personal challenges, my family issues, my professional life is not up to the mark. I'm not getting hike. I'm not getting valued at my workplace. And for her, I am being separated, divorcee, not getting a good life. I'm not feeling contented with what I have in my life because of the past experiences. So now I felt, though I did not deny to mentor them, but I could not do anything about it. Right? It's they who can do about their lifestyle, their lifestyle. So I told her to come with me and join the Toastmasters. I literally told her. And to another one, I told her just one tip I gave her to excel at her workplace. They didn't do it. So it's their actions which is stopping them. So if I would have be at one place where I could have created one formula to be a happy life for everyone for myself. So it could be that act. The first thing, the only and the main ingredient which I would have put in that particular recipe is that act. At least act. Get up from the bed and move out of the comfort zone. This would be the main ingredient. Now, following up with this main ingredient, there would be another thing that I could add up, which is consistency. We always talk about this. Okay, so recently I heard about this, that if somebody wants to learn swimming, they should definitely do and take the classes. This way they will be showing up. But when they feel that urge to come out of the water, they should not be doing that. They should stay there. Swim. That is the consistency. It's not that showing up regularly is the consistency. Practicing regularly is the consistency. So for me, the formula would be act and consistent.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bhavna, for giving us the secret formula for being a happiness. Yes, you said rightly, by being taking an action and being consistent can help and achieve our goals. By achieving goals, we all feel happy. Not sure about. All right, that's a wrap for the today's table topic section, and I thanks to all of the who have participated, and to the guests those who unable to participate today. I can bet you that if you can continue your journey and start coming to the meeting as told by Bhavna only, that being consistent, you can able to achieve overcome your fear and anxiety and barriers. With this, I would like to hand over the stage back to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Sharad. The theme of the meeting and the theme of the table topic coincided. And congratulations to all of you who somehow got courage and came here and spoke. That is what it helps us. So in the pursuit of happiness in life, sometimes we feel that life has dropped us at a junction and we are kind of stuck, not moving forward, not getting help from people. We find a situation hopeless. We ask for help, we are not provided. We have financial crisis, we have relationship issues, hundreds of other issues, and we feel the thought comes in our mind, but why am I living? I could as well not live. Best of the helps don't help. Best of the people not able to console us. Once a flight took off, it was moving from one city to another. So when it reached up in the sky, everyone was comfortable. Some were looking out of the window, enjoying the beautiful scenery, the scattered clouds. The other people, they were enjoying their meals because the cabin crew were on action, providing them meals. Other sets of people, they were just on their mobile phones, watching a movie or playing a game. Suddenly, to their surprise, a turbulence hit the plane. People got panicked, surprised, and shocked. The plane dropped 100 meters down. People started shouting on the top of their voices. Those who were believers, they started praying to God. People who had kids around us held their kids close to them and said, don't worry, nothing will happen. Everything will be all right. The luggage which was kept above the chairs, everything fell down on the ground. Everyone observed there was this cute little girl, about 8 years old, who was seated by the window, oblivious of what was happening in the flight, very comfortably eating, her biscuit and playing her game. The lady seated beside her asked, "Beta, you're not afraid? I don't think the plane might crash at any time. And you are very comfortably seated, nothing happened to you. Aren't you afraid?" "No, auntie, I'm not afraid." "What is that which makes you so fearless?" "You know what, auntie? You know who is driving the plane? My father is a pilot. And he loves me. And he has promised me that today, after we land in the city, he will offer me a chocolate. And he has never broken his promise. And I know he will not let this plane crash and we all will safely land. So friends, whenever we find that we are stuck in our life and nothing is moving, be a believer. Believe that God is there, who created you. He loves all of us. Reach out to him, utter your prayers, pray to him, and the help will be provided. But this prayer should not be once in a while utterance. It should be a constant effort. They say, don't pray in rains if you don't pray in sunshine. No, it was the other way. Don't pray in sunshine if you don't pray in rains. So he is available. And with this, I would like to conclude. Be a believer, believe in God. And if you reach out to him, surrender, he would definitely come to our rescue. And with that, I end with my theme. And evaluator Vidushi is ready with her team to give the report. And I welcome Vidushi on stage to share her report.
Thank you. Before I get into the shoes of Boogie, because once I get in, the tick will start. So just one thing I want to say to Toastmaster Arjun and share with all of us, that one thing that I am carrying today from your session is that take action. And you were right, action brings happiness. So when I was sitting there and you asked me, what brings happiness? I said something like contentment or peace. But this is actually the right answer. Now I got my answer and I take it with me. And a story also came up to my mind, which is actually an experience, a very recent one. So I've been working at a consulting firm since past 3.5 years now. And previous year, my life was not doing very well on personal front, so I didn't change my job. I really wanted to, but I could not. I had to be stable on one front. But this time I got an opportunity and I wanted to move out. So I discussed it at home with my family, and they were not on my side. They had a very different opinion. They told me that I should still focus on my health, on my personal front. And anyways, I was, appreciated at work. Everything was going well. I was earning good. But I still wanted to move out. I had my own reasons to grow. And I was very tensed. Because when you take a decision, when you know there is nobody behind you, obviously my family is supporting me, just that they just put it on the table that we don't want it, but if you want it, we'll support. So knowing that there is nobody behind me, I've been very scared, but I still took the plunge. It's been 1 month of notice period, and I still feel it in bits. So recently I met a friend previous Sunday. And so what she did was she was also in a similar domain, doing a very good job, earning well, and she moved to a very good automotive company because she got a very good offer. She took the plunge and it didn't work out. In first 2 months, she realized she can't work here. She did not like her boss and the problems in the corporate world. And she had to find a job again. She was very stressed, was recently married. Her family also mentioned that you should focus on your personal life. But she also took the plunge because she wanted. So I spoke to her and I shared my fears. And she told me that, Vidushi, till you take the plunge, you will not know what will happen. And there is a probability that you might not like the new place, but that is okay because you have the capacity to take action again. But that doesn't mean you don't take action. So this is what I could think of when we were talking about action. So yeah, that was my boring story, and this is the takeaway I'm taking that I wanted to share.
Interesting.
Now getting to the shoes of GE. So let's start with the evaluation section. I'll call the first evaluator, which is Toastmaster Vishakha, who will be evaluating the speech given by Toastmaster Harsh. Over to you, Toastmaster Vishakha.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vidushi. I would just like to state, Toastmaster Sharath, that I couldn't participate in table topics because I was preparing the evaluation. I was not ignoring you. Coming to the evaluation, Toastmaster Harsh, what a wonderful speech. You took us through a very relatable journey from a rainy day in college to a hectic work week with a very powerful message reminding us why it's important to accept support when it's offered. And you helped us reframe the whole situation that asking for help is not actually a sign of weakness, but a sign of strength. And on top of that, you provide an opportunity to others to experience that joy of giving. A wonderful message. I could see the effort that you've put into refining the speech from the last time that you delivered it. One of the strongest aspects of your speech, I felt, was your storytelling style. You narrated the umbrella incident in a way that felt very natural, very engaging, making it very easy to visualize and connect with that moment that you experienced as a college student. And I noticed a significant improvement from the first speech in terms of adding more depth and details to the umbrella story. You described how you felt at that moment in the rain, how your perspective has changed over time. You also revisited the umbrella metaphor towards the end, which made it very, very memorable, and it left a strong message and left a lasting impression on us. You also used hand gestures throughout the speech. You used pauses very effectively. And you utilize the full speech time, which you had pointed out to me was a feedback given to you last time. So that's an improvement. Kudos for all of the positives in the speech. Very, very well done. Coming to the areas you can focus further on, I feel your calm and composed delivery it makes you come across as very confident and in control. But I feel by speaking a little louder and projecting your voice a little more, and using vocal variety a little more, your speech can be way more impactful. And while your storytelling is extremely strong, I think adding more intentional changes in tone, pitch, pacing would help, emphasize some of the key moments and the emotions in the story. For example, when the stranger approached you with the umbrella, you could pause a little to build some curiosity. And then when you refuse the offer, using a firmer and more dismissive tone could reinforce the initial resistance that you felt. But overall, this was a very well structured and well delivered speech. Your storytelling and your effective use of pauses and your ability to draw a very meaningful lesson from a simple incident made it impactful. And with a few refinements in vocal variety, this speech will be even stronger. And I look forward to seeing how you continue to develop as a speaker. Great job. Very well done.
Thank you so much for the now we move to the next evaluator, which is Toastmaster Ashish, who will be evaluating the speech of Toastmaster Bhavesh. Over to you.
Thank you so much. The journal evaluator, I think Vidushi's name we can change to Vidushi G because she takes journal evaluator so very often. Okay, that was on a lighter note. When I am given a mission, I take it
Seriously.
and this goes for my target speaker today, but equally for the evaluator in me today as well. So when I am given a mission, I take it seriously as well. What a wonderful speech delivered so beautifully, Toastmaster Bhavesh. We all have heard E is equal to MC square. But I think today, after last two experiences of the TMOD and the speech, I can say E energy is equal to Bhavesh Methani square. The square where he sits is where all the energy sits. What lovely energy on the floor. You know, he was not just talking. His entire body and the movements were talking. And I think that clearly caught the entire audience attention, Bhavesh. Wow. I think that was really the topmost element of your speech. And coupled with that attention, coupled with the humor, you made all of us laugh. So many situations, whether it was shoes or it was 1 versus 2 versus 5 versus 9. Oof, you brought the humor on the stage. This is the first time I've seen you bringing so much humor. Generally, your speech is always, or whenever you're on the stage, there is somewhat humor, but this much of humor, wow. It was looking like a performance of a comedian rather than a speaker who is learning to speak. Fantastic job, Dan. Last but not the least, my commendation today for you is completing the purpose, of course, and the story, the way you narrate it. Normally, when we try for this, we pick up the same speech that we have given earlier and we refine it and give it again. While you have delivered and today's purpose is completed, I would encourage you to still do that. Pick up some other club, and the people can help here. Pick up some other club where you go and give the speech, the previous speech refined with the comments, and maybe you can incorporate some of the recommendation from here. Now, as they say, every great speech can be greater as we are all on the journey of growth. Now, I have a couple of recommendations to you. One, when you were doing the role play, I observed you were mostly standing. giving, receiving, right? Both sides. Try and see you do a little bit of subtle movements so that when the audience they can relate to, now this is the one person, this is the other person, this is the one person. So it makes with movement, it is a little more relatable. Second, there was some involuntary movement. So where the movement was not required and you were moving, those you could minimize and make the movements a little more purposeful. The impact of your speech will go out. Last is with regard to the structure of the speech. The rule goes that when you see the green card half or the yellow card is the time to wrap up. Your wrap up started at red card. So that gave less time for audience to understand what you meant by an unbelievable story and what was the lesson for the audience. I think these are the two aspects which you could work on. But what a wonderful, humorous speech delivered by not just the mouth, but the entire Bhavesh Methwani.
Thank you.
Back to you, Jamila.
So now let's move to the evaluation by our tag team, starting with the timer. Toastmaster Bhavna, can we start with you?
We do not need to time evaluation for you.
Yeah, we can start.
So hello everyone, I am back with my timer report. I hope you were able to see the signals clearly. So considering all the grace period, here is my timer report. Toastmaster of the day took 29 minutes and 7 seconds. For prepared speeches, Harsh took 6 minutes and 56 seconds, while Vishakha for his evaluation took 3 minutes and 19 seconds. For Bhavesh, he took 7 minutes and 52 seconds. And for his evaluation, Toastmaster Ashish took 3 minutes and 13 seconds. For table topics, Toastmaster Ashish took 1 minute 57 seconds. Toastmaster Bhavesh, it was 1 minute and 53 seconds. Toastmaster Vibhanshu, you closed at 1 minute and 45 seconds. Toastmaster Harsh, you took 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Toastmaster Kashyap, you took 1 minute and 24 seconds. Toastmaster Puneet, you closed at 1 minute and 25 seconds, and I took 3 minutes and 29 seconds. So this is it from my timer report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhavna. Now moving to our counter, Toastmaster Kamenkar, you can share your report. What is it? Toastmaster.
So good afternoon, everyone. So I'm back with my counter report. So in speeches, Toastmaster Harsh used, I think, one time, so one time. Toastmaster Bhavesh used 2 times. In table topic, Toastmaster Ashish, no filler words. Toastmaster Bhavesh didn't use any filler words. Toastmaster Vibhanshu used like 2 times, 1 time, so 2 times. Toastmaster Harsh, no filler word. Toastmaster Kashyap, 2 times, like 1 time, but 1 time. Toastmaster Bhavna used so 1 time or 2 times. And in evaluation, Toastmaster Vishakha used and 3 times or 2 times. And the Toastmaster Ashish didn't use any filler. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kamenkar. Moving to our grammarian report by Toastmaster Vibhanshu, over to you.
So I could notice only one mistake, that is all that joys. So we can use all that joy. And some good things that I noticed. Okay, so it is thinking on our feet. It is not about increasing happiness. It's about spreading happiness around. So this phrase I liked a lot. Besides that, I liked we humans grow with the support of others. The joy of giving is one of the greatest joy. And fleeting smile and eating arguments. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you for the grammarian report. Now moving to the report by the general evaluator. So we started the meeting 15 minutes late. So our feedback for all of us and our EC here from the coordination standpoint. And then we had our Sergeant of Arms, which was Toastmaster Harsh. Toastmaster Harsh, you were very calm, confident, and you conveyed the message very assertively and confidently. And I like the MRP approach that you used. So good job done. Then our Sergeant of Arms handed over to the presiding officer, Toastmaster Sharad. Post that, Toastmaster Sharad introduced the guest. One feedback I have for Toastmaster Sharad is that the transition between Sergeant of Arms and you was not very smooth. I think he had started introducing the guest and you had to tell him to hand over. So my recommendation that you may consider is that you may have politely or professionally told him that thank you for initiating it. Can I help you with that? Rather than just saying abruptly that please hand over to me. That's my only recommendation that you can take. Then post that our presiding officer introduced our Toastmaster of the day, which was Toastmaster Arjun. A good introduction, a warm introduction that he did. Then coming to our Toastmaster of the day, beyond temporary smiles. The best part is that you were smiling yourself and you set the theme. So that was the first good point. So I'll start with different points. Starting with the structure of your content, it was very well structured. You started with a quote when you came up on the stage. Then you translated it in English as well. Post that you introduce, you gave your introduction and greeted everyone. After that, there were multiple engagements with the audience, multiple stories coming up. And in the end, you gave a message to all of us. So structure-wise, it was very well structured. Then point number 2, as I mentioned, engagement with the audience. You were engaging with the audience in multiple instances. For example, the genie moment where you asked everybody what would they do, and their definition of happiness. So you were involving the audience in every standpoint and making them think, which is a very good point. And during your content, you explained the structure as well. So I was waiting for that. If you will come up with that, if you will introduce or not. So you explained the structure. That is another good point, which is very beneficial for, especially for the new people who are coming in the meeting. Then next point is your storytelling. So obviously there were multiple instances of the stories that you depicted here. There's one story that stayed with me where you were telling about that hurricane that had passed and there was a bird's nest. So I could actually, create that theme in my mind. So the storytelling part was very great, and we can create visuals as well. And one more point, which is managing crisis. So there was a phrase where you mentioned don't play in the rain, and you had to say that it is actually the other way around. So you were very calm, you were very composed. So generally what happens with me also sometimes is, for example, if I say a phrase in a wrong way, I'll get conscious or I'll get underconfident, but that was not there. You were very calm and composed. So that is one more good point that I noted. Overall, a very good job done. And we could not believe that it was your first time. So you did complete justice to your role. Now coming to our speakers for today, since the evaluators have covered, I won't get into detail, but just a brief feedback. So speaker 1 was Toastmaster Harsh, Umbrella Man. Toastmaster Harsh, you did a great job, great storytelling. You shared your personal stories and you linked it to the lessons in the life. And you also left all of us with a message, which was asking for help. So a good job done overall. Coming to his evaluator, which was Toastmaster Vishakha. Toastmaster Vishakha gave a detailed evaluation report which had the CRC approach, commendation, recommendation, and commendation. So good job done. My only feedback for Toastmaster Vishakha is that at the time of introduction, when you were called upon, you can hand it back to the Toastmaster of the day, and the Toastmaster of the day would introduce the speaker. That is my only feedback for you. Then moving to our speaker number 2, which was Toastmaster Bhavesh. Sorry, I could not write many points because I was just looking at you. You were so confident, entertaining, and you also left us with a message. A great job done. And Toastmaster Ashish gave a detailed evaluation basis the CRC approach. Now moving to the next section that we had in our meeting, which was the table topic section. Toastmaster Sharad introduced his role very well. He explained to the audience how the table topic session works. And very good topics, Toastmaster Sharad. They were aligned with the theme of the meeting. You can tell everyone that I helped you. Then coming to our speakers who participated in the table topic section. Since we are slightly short of time, I'll just explain briefly what I felt. We had 7 speakers in this session. So starting with Toastmaster Ashish, great story. And you reminded me of one thing that a very senior Toastmaster had told me in my first year. that if you have to speak about cow when you are standing on the stage and you don't know anything about cow, you tie the cow around the tree and you talk about the tree. And you did exactly that, so good job done. You used it very well. Then our next table topic speaker was Bhavesh, who was again very confident on the stage. Then our third speaker was Toastmaster Vivanshu, a very good attempt in justice to the topic. You shared your personal story. Then Toastmaster Harsh. Toastmaster Harsh talked about great things about our club since his topic was like that. So thank you, Toastmaster Harsh, for marketing. Then Toastmaster Kashyap, he shared perspective from his work life. And I'm very happy to see that you are a very happy person. And Toastmaster Puneet, he also shared personal stories from his work life, which was very relatable. So a good job done. Then in the end, Toastmaster Bhavna came up, and the structure was very well. That you gave a story on the stage first, then you mentioned that is why I'm saying that act and consistency should be considered or should be the ingredients. Only thing was that you exceeded the time, otherwise very good. So that was about our table topic speakers. Now moving to our tag team, which was timer, grammarian, and our counter. Our timer, which was again Toastmaster Bhavna. Your introduction portion was very good with the analogy that you gave, and your report was also very clear and clean. So a good job done. Toastmaster Kramenika, who was the counter, a good report, and you explained very well. Now coming to the grammarian, a great attempt. I understand this was the first time, right? Toastmaster Vivanshu taking up grammarian. It is actually a bit tough role. I always run away from taking up grammarian. So kudos to you for having the courage to take it up. My only recommendation is that you can also tell in the meeting how many people or who use the phrase of the day or the word of the day. That is something that we take up. So yeah, that was what I had in my report as a journal evaluator. So should I hand back to you? Do you have any content? Okay. Okay. So I hand back to the presiding officer.
A big round of applause for our ex-president, Toastmaster Vivanshu Madhan. Professor, and thank you for helping us out as our JAs back out at the last moment and helping me as well for the table topic. It's table topic speeches. So going forward, we have our voting links in the guest group and in the members group. You can vote your favorite role player. Not shared. It's with the, are you native working?
Are you in the members group also?
I'm only in the runs, not in the guest room.
There's also a guest group, so you have to transfer the link.
Harsh, can you please send it in the members group? Is
I
there?
see.
Yes.
Yeah, he's straight.
How many of us finding the evaluation is a tough task or a challenging task? Okay, I see if you are raise a hand. I can say it like if you have to be a great speaker, you should be a great evaluator once. And for that, District 41 is conducting a training session on the evaluation, and that is to be conducted tomorrow at 7 p.m. So those who want to join it can join it. Details is already shared in the members group. And with this, I think all of have done with the voting.
I have a suggestion for you.
Yes, sure.
Next time you should be a VP.
Yeah, exactly. We are doing the same thing.
Thanks for the suggestion. We'll consider in the next one. You know, once when I joined this club, Vidushi Madan is the president, and she asked me once, "Why did you become a president?" So never knows what happens.
He's already doing the role of a VPPR.
VPPR. No, VPPR, VPED. Also,
VP
present.
membership.
Yes.
Wherever we go, actually, he's setting up a club.
Actually,
Yes.
I was indecisive about joining. After I met him, I joined this. And the same feedback was given to me by somebody else last time. He was also saying. He met him and
So all the best meeting.
Yes.
Thanks for the feedback.
Yes. And we should stay away from him for the next term.
We can mention about donation. We can-
Hold your purse. It's like oration, man. You have to come with oration. I'm like, it's 10
And it's
K.
a reminder in a day, like more than 10 times.
Okay, can I have your attention, please?
So,
So we have the responses, and first of all, the best auxiliary role player. This is among the timer Bhavna, grammarian Vivanshu, and accountant Praminka. Any guesses? Exactly, it's Toastmaster Bhavna. Next, we have the best prepared speeches, and this is between Toastmaster Harsh and Toastmaster Bhavesh. Any guesses? Exactly, it's Toastmaster Bhavesh. Thank you so much. Next, we have the prepared speech evaluator. This is between Toastmaster Vishakha and Toastmaster Ashish. Any guesses? So it's a tie between. Maybe you can.
Vishakha, so somebody will have to pin us.
Pin.
And then you can be in the center, which side? Harsh, are you pinning us?
I'm not able to pin. I don't have the. Yeah, Sharad.
Harsh, Vishakha is which side? So you come here. One hand that side, one hand this side.
For me, it's the other side. So Ashish, if you can go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can minimize this as well.
Okay. So
Shahrukh
you have to other hand.
No, you have to do it.
Okay.
Done?
Share join hands with Vishal.
हाथ दुख जाएगा.
Done.
The end, we have the best table topic speaker. This is among the Toastmaster Ashish, Bhavesh, Vivanshu, Harsh, Kashyap, Puneet, Bhavna. Any guesses?
Ashish.
It's Ashish.
I voted for you.
I thought it would have been a tie.
What chance I'm getting against this guy?
It was.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
All right. Thank you everyone for joining us
There's
today's
last
session.
one also, right?
Yeah.
TMO.
TMOT.
Best role play,
TMOT.
role play,
Oh, sorry.
evaluate.
Yes, sorry.
Deciding of everything.
Coming Saturday we have.
So
We have what?
the last one is the best role player. This is between among the Toastmaster Arjun, myself, and Vidushi. So any guesses? Exactly.
But Vidushi was equally good as well.
Yes, definitely. Round of applause.
So when I vote, table topics are also equally good.
It's all about topics only.
So when I vote, irrespective of how I perform, even if I'm very bad on stage, I always vote for myself in my category. But today I voted for Arjun.
In table topics, today I voted. I apply the same rule. Confident of mine.
I've never voted for myself.
You should.
Yeah, so we have area contest. This is between area G1 and G3, which is to be scheduled on the next Sunday, 7th March, and details.
9th March.
Sorry, 9th March, Sunday is 9th, sorry. 9th March, and details is shared in the members group. And anybody can come and join us and witness the powerful speeches and table topic speeches.
It's online.
It's in person only, and details is shared in the members group. So, and there's no fee as well.
Now I
So, yeah. Thank you for joining today. Let's have a room fee. Harsh, can you please help us in painting our room?
Sure. Puneet and Vineet, if you can also turn on your cameras for the click. Yeah.
Anybody? Harsh, is there anybody spotlight on?
Uh,
Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
Is it okay now?
yeah. I mean, it's okay.
You can come.
Most of you can stand in the back.
Yeah.
works. Somebody, tall guy can stand this side. Bhavesh, you are not visible. Come the other side. Yeah.
Kashyap is hiding Praminka.
No.
Yeah. Okay. I think we are good now. 3, 2, 1. Cheese or cheers, whatever. Okay, good. Thank you all.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
She was coming one of my
Oh, sorry. I don't.